Hi, this is Ben Jelter. I just wanted to show people in the Game Boy development community this new tool that I developed. It's a color test that you can run on Game Boy hardware. So what you can do with it is you can pop this ROM on a cartridge, which you can then load up like on a flash cart on a Game Boy, and then you can test the colors directly on the device. First, you're going to start on this scene right here where you're going to have 8 palettes available to you, but at first they're all going to look exactly the same. So if I want to edit one, I will press the A button, and then that is going to drop me in here, and you can see that I have another arrow on the right hand side now, and that's going to let me edit the RGB values for each of the 3 grays that I've got in this palette. So I can start with the black, and you can see as I raise the colors I can change the color. Now if you need to make the color lighter or darker, for each step up or down that you need to do, you need to change each of these 3, so it's kind of annoying. So I put a little hotkey in here for you. So if you hold down the A key when you press left or right, it's going to alter all 3 values at the same time, and that'll let you raise and lower the brightness of a color. So you can see I can do it over here. It's more obvious what it's doing when they're all the same number. So that's holding the A key. So if I release the A key, I can, change the color. Whereas if I hold the A key, I'm changing the brightness. Okay, so I can press B to back out. I can switch to a different palette over here, and then I can edit this one. So you can see that when you switch back and forth between them, it updates the values on the right hand side. Now it may be that I like having these RGB values, but I want to use these colors in the color plugin. So the color plugin is really cool because it lets you set one of the colors of one of your palette using a number, but it can be hard to know what the number of the color you want is. So what I did is I made it so that if you hold down the select key, you're going to get these numbers right here printed onto the screen underneath, and this is going to be the color for each of these colors from the palette. So then it'll clear itself. Now it's cool because they're all next to each other, so you can compare colors and make sure that they work well together. But if you wanted to test the palette, you can press the start button, and then you get this menu here. So we'll start with the first one. If we press test, we're going to get dropped into this test scene, and we can actually continue to edit the colors here in this test scene. We press the B key to exit out of editing one of the colors. Then we can press left and right. Press A to access the color again. And then I can press B once to back out to selecting the color. And then press B again to back out to this palette. And it's actually going to have saved the changes that I made in the test scene. So you can see that I can press start here, go to the test scene, and end up back in the test scene with those colors selected. So since I'm using all 8 of the palettes, the last one is actually the palette that's drawing the UI. So if you mess with this one, it starts to change all the colors surrounding the colors. So that's probably the last one you want to mess with. But you can use it, for something, I'm sure. Like if you want to compare all your colors to a specific color. So I also added saving functionality now, so you can save an entire list of palettes. So that means that you could swap back and forth between 2 lists of palettes if you were working on 2 different games or something like that. So we'll go here, and you can see I just saved that one, and I can go in here and I can clear it. That doesn't delete your save file. It just clears all the palettes and resets everything. So if I go back here and load slot 1, you'll see that it's the colors that I had before. So last, I'm going to release the project file as well. So I don't think that the project file will be super useful to people that are looking at how I programmed it. It might be a little bit useful, but it's not super well organized or commented or anything like that. In fact, a lot of the variables are not even labeled. But the reason that I'm releasing the project file is so that you can find this PNG in the project file and you can replace the artwork with your own artwork. So I made a little picture here of everything I highlighted with this magenta is an area where I would recommend changing the art. If you change the art in this lower right hand corner, it might be a little bit hard to use the test scene. So I don't recommend changing the art in that lower right corner. All right, so that is my little tour of the color test utility. So hope it's useful for some people, and maybe it'll help everybody have a nicer color calibration on original hardware. Good luck with your projects.